Coming up, a Mothership UFO
Wow.
unleashes an army.
What the is that thing?
Most UFO sightings share the same general themes. Someone notices a strange object hovering in the sky above. That object is then filmed for a few fleeting moments, where it blinks or flashes or moves in a strange way, before it ultimately disappears for good. But what if a UFO suddenly did something that was somehow even more bizarre, incredible, and terrifying? What if you saw it suddenly start releasing smaller UFOs? Would you think this was the beginning of an alien invasion? Maybe you should.
What the is that thing?
It's 2:40 p.m. on October 21st, 2017. Jim Martin steps outside of his new house in Long Beach, California, to do some yard work in the middle of a beautiful day, when he looks up in the sky and sees this.
What the is that thing? Wow. Holy.
A bright mothership-like object hovering in the distance, from which three smaller objects in the shape of a triangle float away.
Let's stay.
Then, just minutes later, Jim captured the mothership spitting out rapid-fire orb-like objects into the daytime sky.
Wow. Holy.
My name is Jim Martin, and I recorded the video.
Wow.
When I first saw the object, it ejected these three smaller spheres that formed a triangle formation. That in itself is very rare to see, and so that was very surprising and shocking to me. Initially, I'll film a lot of objects in the sky, but they won't emit a series of smaller objects, so that caught my attention right off the bat. When the object emitted a fleet of these smaller UFOs, 50 and counting, I was just shocked by the display of activity and very excited to have captured it on film.
I've never seen anything like this one. It was very strange.
The rapidity with which these objects emerge from the mothership is impressive to me. And I don't know what else could be causing that speed.
I felt like I was watching Star Wars, and there's all these TIE fighters coming out of the main Star Destroyer.
Wow, what the is that thing?
This made me think most of the way that baby spiders will drop off their mother spider in a little cluster of tiny, terrifying baby spiders. That's what this reminded me of. It was sort of like a, Space Invaders game. Here's the mothership, here's the fleet, we might say, of UFOs that are coming off of it. Obviously, maybe not obviously, but as far as I know, an invasion hasn't happened yet, so maybe we escaped this time.
But if you think the idea of an alien invasion is far out, Jim's theory as to why it was raining UFOs is even more extreme. He believes he summoned them.
I have a positive association with the phenomenon. I view it as connected to my unconsciousness. I go outside and I actively pursue contact, then they respond visually.
Thank you, brothers. Thank you, my friends.
I had just moved to my new house in Long Beach, and I was trying to initiate contact and jumpstart the activity at the house, and I'd been recording a series of these sightings over a few weeks, but this was just the most extreme event that had happened.
Wow.
When you interact with the phenomenon and you learn how to use your consciousness to connect with it, you will start experiencing a series of these encounters, and as you go, they will become more and more intense.
Holy. Thank you, brothers. Thank you, my friends.
There are so many UFO witnesses that describe this same behavior, that once they've seen the thing, then they know when they're around that they can point them out, they can bring them to you. It's a strange phenomenon.
Whatever the reason for their appearance, Jim believes they come in peace.
I think these phenomena, these recordings are widespread around the world. I think they're deliberate, and I think it's a process of acclimating the society to their presence and a slow disclosure through a series of these recordings by individuals such as myself.
The idea that aliens are benignly allowing us to ease ourselves into comfort with their existence is like really quite sweet. You know, as far as what could be happening, conspiracy theories are usually quite dire and dramatic in what they suggest is happening. I kind of like the idea that aliens might be like, I'm gonna let you get used to this, so it'll be less scary when we actually show up. That's really nice of them. I hope it's true.
Thank you, brothers. Thank you, my friends.
Coming up, an arsonist ghost.